got some answers. So that was a good interview there with Draco. He really answered a lot of questions, actually.
Absolutely, he did. And, you know, I got to say, I've always respected Draco. He's a great wrestler. He's a good dude. Showing that kind of sportsmanship with Steven Meeks.
But it's also that charisma that he has.
Also that.
Yeah. Speaking of charisma, this man oozes charisma here. This is Mr. Victor Andrews.
They don't call him Mr. Everything for nothing.
And he's been through a lot of things, too. He's a man that doesn't really play games like we talked about before. And he's also got his eye on the Agochi series, too.
He does. He does. We did get some breaking news. We may not have RT3 back for Wednesday. There's some concern we may wind up having to draw a new name to start it off. Victor Andrews, I overheard him talking to Judas backstage. He has entered his name into that random draw to determine who, again, if RT3 isn't able to make it Wednesday.
Well, I
Victor
know.
Andrews wants that number one. Here's another guy who wants that number one spot.
Scary guy here. And what's been going on with that lately? You know, there's been some things happening around here. I know that Fright Night's coming up, but there's been some odd paranormal just things. And you know, we talked about Bob. Bob has been weird for the last couple of weeks, man.
If there is a wrestler custom built for a show like Fright Night, it's that man right there, Cousin Coundry.
And what a clash of styles here, and just a clash of everything.
Yep. But also, you notice it went eye to eye. Andrews did not back down.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Cousin Coundry.
Coundry with that screwdriver fork in
And his opponent, he is Mr. Everything, Victor Andrews.
We haven't seen Victor Andrews in a few weeks. This is my first time calling a Victor Andrews match. I've been here about a month with SOM, but I've watched plenty. I was talking to Draco about having watched tape. Victor Andrews, a big-time star here. Again, you talk about having his eyes on the Agochi. When you got your eyes on the Agochi, you got your eyes on the heavyweight title.
And not only here, but he's worked for the big guys, too. He's been, we'll just say on Monday nights, he's had something to do a couple
that's
times.
right. That's right. He's had prior engagements.
That's right.
Once the weekend ends. There's the bell, and we are underway. Yeah, you talk about a clash of styles here. Although, don't underestimate the athleticism of Cousin Coundry. We have seen him bust out some high-flying moves, handsprings, ranas.
Yes, that's right. Surprises you, and he's got that international flair. They loved him in Japan. They were confused with him in Japan.
Well, I mean, they thought he was a kaiju at first when he first stepped off the plane.
Well, I also noticed here, too, for you folks at home, well, Mr. Andrews is in the blue, and then Cousin Coundry's here in his new, his new attire here. You notice he's cleaned it up a little bit.
Well, we're used to the white with the red blood spatter.
Yeah.
He's going with the kind of the brown leather look, kind of early Mankind style look here. Although, if I am not mistaken, I think I do see is there a bloody handprint on his left thigh?
Oh, I don't think that thing's that clean. I mean, I've seen some stuff on there. There's definitely DNA of some sort.
Ugh. And CSI would have a field day with Cousin Coundry's wardrobe.
Wow, look at there. See, just the standstill here. Oh, he's telling him he wants it.
Cousin off the ropes. Oh, Andrews just absorbs it. His best Sebastian Shaw impression.
He wants we're going to go
off the ropes. Oh, drop hold.
Smart, see?
There you go. Coundry suckered him in.
And that's the beauty. He's like a beautiful disaster. That's what we like to title him, because sometimes it's just these beautiful moves will come out of nowhere, and then the violence follows that, and it just kind of really takes you off guard.
Wrist lock there from Andrews. Strategically, it doesn't seem like it makes a lot of sense to get in that close to a guy Coundry's size, but one of Coundry's biggest weapons is his explosiveness.
That's right.
His ability to kind of like a linebacker.
That's right.
He'll just explode into a high impact move. You keep him close, that cuts down on that distance, makes it harder for him to get into space, get that momentum built up.
Yeah, he definitely has a lot of velocity, because he has the size and, like you said, the strength.
Yep.
And you get the distance and kind of shorten it up, and it's very explosive.
That's right. It's all physics, folks. An object at rest stays at rest. An object in motion, like Cousin Coundry, it'll just blow you over.
And he might cut you with the fork.
Also, there's that. And I think that's where a lot of that DNA came from. Who knows?
Now
Who knows when the last time he washed that?
And Cousin Coundry, he's also been a participant in the Goji series
He
too.
has. He has. Yeah, we've seen him on there a couple of times. He's been on there 3 times, picked up a couple of wins, even started one week.
And that just goes to show you how tough the Goji series is. I mean, guys have tried, and you know, it's only a matter of time before, like I've said this before, somebody like Hunter Wolf gets inside the Goji, and then all of a sudden, it's going to be a different thing.
Yep. There are still some big names we haven't seen. Hunter Wolf's one of them. The SOM heavyweight champion, James Anthony, has not entered the Agoji yet. What is it going to look like if the champ enters and earns a shot at himself?
I know that he's not too excited about the Agoji series because all of his critics could come after him, you know, right there, and they can kind of get their shots in.
That's true. That's true. We see Hunter out here week after week as part of the wall, standing at ringside, pounding on the mat with Judas in his ear, talking through strategy about all these guys that have gone before him. We don't typically see Anthony ringside.
No. And the thing about Hunter is, I've not even noticed the last time here, he's getting very, he almost turned his back on the wall, like he's waiting.
Yeah. Well, one of these weeks, it's bound to happen. It's luck of the draw. Somebody who's not feeling too lucky right now is Cousin Coundry. Victor Andrews stomping away on the leg. He's got that ankle captured.
Oh, my goodness.
A variation on the spinning toe hold there, dropping down all his weight on the knee and ankle.
And that's how you take away the power and the speed right there.
That's exactly right. You can't get a running start if you can't walk.
No, a one-legged Coundry is going to be a little easier to beat than a two-legged one.
So he's got him in a sort of a variation on the figure 4. It's almost like playing tetherball with Cousin Coundry's legs there, just wrapping it around itself.
And he's looking for that rope. We can see it through the mask. He's trying. He knows where he's at. There, he's grabbing for it.
Cousin's got those long arms, but also, you know, the mask, huge intimidation factor. It does cut down on your peripheral a little bit.
It does. It's got its pros and cons for sure. I mean, as an opponent, you know, going against you, you can't tell what kind of motion's going on.
And I think he may have been in that hold a little longer than he might have without the mask, just because he couldn't. You saw him reaching for it, but he couldn't find it the first couple of times.
And, you know,
reversal on the whip. Oh, Andrew, he was trying for a knee, but Coundry sidestepped it. Oh, drop kick to the thigh.
And he's staying with the leg, right? He's staying with the will.
Yep. You know, a lot of guys, when they throw that drop kick, they'll go for the knee or they'll go for the shin. He's been working over that thigh. He's just knotting it up, trying to Charlie horse the leg. So Coundry can't walk.
Can't walk, so he can't fly. He can't run.
Yeah, he's not going to hit that handspring. He's not going to hit that somersault neck breaker that we've seen him do a few times. Oh, just kicking the wheels out.
Right from under him.
Mr. Everything came in with a strategy, and he is seeing it through here.
Well, like we said, it's been a minute since he's been here at SOM, but he also is not, you know, he's also kept his eye on the product, too, so he definitely, I had a conversation with him, and he's caught up.
Oh, yeah.
He hasn't missed a beat here.
I know Victor's got himself a Fight Plus subscription. He's watching every Sunday and Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He was asking about, he's introducing himself to some new guys back here today, and they were like oh.
that was my first meeting with him today.
Yes, that's right.
But hey, if you are on that Fight Plus free trial right now, it's a 7-day free trial. You got access to all the episodes we've been doing for the last month or so here on Fight. It's only, what is it, $7.99 a month or $70 for the year? And you get this kind of action every Sunday, every Wednesday, plus special events like Fright Night coming up next week.
Oh, and that's going to be a crazy time. This place is always packed to the hanging from the rafters whenever we do it, and something always crazy goes down. Now we got Shark Tank here?
We're gonna have next week
at Fright
Night, we're going to have a shark cage.
That's
We're
right.
going to have a casket. We're going to have, presumably we're going to have a fork-wielding maniac in Cousin Coundry. Doesn't have a match yet, but you know he's not going to miss something like Fright Night. Huge cross-body from Andrews. Every night's Fright Night when Cousin Coundry's
around. And maybe Bob will make it to Fright Night.
Maybe, I hope so.
I think he's trying to find his way, wiggle out of it.
Yeah. Well, maybe he heard Cousin was going to be here tonight, and he decided, discretion the better part of valor, and decided to stay home tonight.
Well, somebody told me he had to go in the basement.
Oh, well.
And I told him he shouldn't have told him that, because now he's like really messed up.
Somebody's got to go down there and pull the cage up, right?
Yep. Probably won't be Bob.
No, it's not going to be Bob. Big trading punches here are Andrews and Cousin. Oh, Andrews
he
getting
said
the better
no
of
more
him.
of that. That's right.
Now bringing elbows down. Cousin may have used the last bit of explosiveness he's got to fire off that elbow. Doesn't hook the leg, though. And Andrews able to kick out. It took some work. Andrews, that was not an easy kick out, but Cousin not hooking the leg probably cost him there.
But, we've seen Coundry come away with wins doing less. I mean,
It's true.
He's probably just trying to figure out Victor Andrews himself right now, and he better do it in time.
Yeah. Andrews now with that front face lock, hooking the arm, possibly looking for a suplex here. That Cousin may have a dead leg, but he's still a big boy.
Center of gravity right there has to go with Cousin Coundry.
Coundry now got him up in a fireman's carry here, possibly a Death Valley driver, a
got him all
TKO
tangled up.
coming. No, into a code red. 2. I thought
just
Victor
a 2.
Andrews
That
had
came
it.
out of nowhere.
Turned that fireman's carry into a code red, just spiking Cousin Coundry on the mat.
Kind of reminds me of Ricky Morton.
Yeah.
Pop those out of nowhere.
That's right. It's almost like a sunset flip power bomb. Remember the Amazing Red used to pull that one off. And,
oh, yes. It's amazing how some of these moves that used to be so innovative, we see them, and then all of a sudden they become commonplace.
That's right. Hey, if it works, use it, right? 40 years ago, people were winning matches with leg drops.
Well, hey.
Big DDT from
We might see a
Coundry.
win on a DDT. We saw the Amish have a crazy win early on a backsplash.
That's right. Yeah, they're running big boy senton from Shebediah.
So you never know.
Yeah. Andrews looks like he might be out. Willie might want to think.
Hey.
Judas just. Oh no. Oh, that is. I started to count the number of ways in which that was a bad idea, and I lost track.
Yeah, they were all bad. Were they? No, wait a minute here. Coundry's going to get
here.
counted out if. But what? I mean, I don't understand that. Was that for Victor Andrews? Did Judas show up for that?
Yeah, I don't. I mean, Cousin has had his problems with the family over the last few weeks, but. You just saw Scott come out.
Yeah,
all right,
weird.
we got to count out victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner
I'm
of the
sure he
match
doesn't.
by
He'll take the
count.
win, but I'm sure he doesn't really want it that way.
Victor
A win is a
Andrews.
win. Welcome back to SOM Victor.
See, even shaking his head there, kind of disappointed in the.
That's not how we wanted it. All right, well, I have a scheduled interview with Hunter Wolf next, but is he gonna have Judas with him? We just saw Judas take off running. I'm gonna head over to the interview stage and see what's
good luck
up.
with that.